Me, my cup of coffee and Crusoe are off to the vegetable garden because finally I think we've got a few carrots ready to come up. Now, the carrots are super exciting because honestly, I didn't expect anything from them. I know that carrots can be notoriously picky if they don't like the conditions that you're trying to grow them in. So I had absolutely zero expectations. We also left our carrot bed to get full of weeds because I didn't think anything was growing in it. Anyway, last night I realized, with the help of Joao, that there are some that are ready to pull up. So I'm excited to see Crusoe's reactions because they look massive. Should we let the chickens out? Say morning, chickens. Do you think they've made an egg? Yeah. Okay, well, we'll definitely check. Good. Thanks for carrying that for me. Put in the basket. Okay. Okay, well, let's get the eggs later, but we'll let the chickens out in the meantime. First we get tomatoes and carrots. Morning, chickens. Hello, Sada. Have you got a feather? Cool. Whose feather is that? Is that Fifi's feather? Hello, Miss Budda. And Phoenix and Tadza. Come out the way, Bud. They're a bit scared of you. Let them come out. Come, Fifi, this way. Go, go, go. Come on. Come on, big boy. Come this way. That's it. Well done. Good morning, Mr. Phoenix. And lovely little Tadza. Hello. Right. Come on, Crusoe, we do that after, sweetie. Let's go and do carrots first. Good work, buddy. Can you remember where the carrots are? Thank you. Can you get the jug for me now? Before we get stuck into carrots, I just want to show you a couple of things that are going on up at the top of the vegetable garden. First of all is with our melons. Crusoe has discovered it. No, it's not ready to be picked here. Can you show me what's happening here? Yeah. So Joao and I were looking at this last night. These are our melons. And this one has started to split. He's tied it with the shoelace to stop it opening. And he said he's going to speak to his dad about why it's doing that. Because I think they only do it when they're much, much bigger, not when they're so little. So interested to hear what Armando has to say about that. But look at all of our melons. We've got heaps coming out, yeah? A whole bunch there. I'm not going to point at them because Joao says you mustn't point at melons. But have a look at these up here. These ones, excuse the stiffig. These ones are super exciting. Lovely big melons. Crusoe, don't touch them, sweet pea.
No, look.
What is it?
Look.
I see. Hey, have you seen what's over here?
Where?
Look in here. But you're not allowed to pick it, okay? You have to wait until it's ready. In here somewhere. Look at this, Crusoe. What's that?
Wow.
What is it?
It's watermelon.
A watermelon? Don't move him. You just got to leave him there to sleep until he's ready. Look, we've got 1, 2, and look over here. Look. 3, 4. 4 watermelons.
I'll pick him.
No, don't pick him. He's not ready yet.
Please pick one there.
You can't pick them yet, baby. They're not ready, but soon you can, okay?
It's ready.
It's not ready, I promise.
Look, slow stump one.
Yeah, don't step on one. Yum, yum, eh?
That way.
So that's pretty. Oh, there's another one there. So that is pretty exciting. We're also experimenting, Joao and I. These are sweet potatoes, and he's transplanted a couple of the cuttings down there. We've also put in another crop of peas. So we'll see what we get to. There's my onions drying behind the wheelbarrow. And yeah, it's all looking, well, it just continues to be a source of just amazing joy and deliciousness. Something that has apparently been really unsuccessful this year, kind of on our farm, but also on Joao's farm, is tomatoes. So I'd be interested to hear if anybody's having similar experiences wherever you are. Certainly if you're also in Europe somewhere. But we've got 2 blocks of tomatoes. We've got the block at the bottom, which has got our cherries and redondo tomatoes, which are kind of big red ones. And also the world's biggest tomatoes, which apparently can grow up to be 1 kilo. So we're quite excited to be experimenting with those. But we've also planted a second row, which is this row here. And to be honest, they're not really doing very much. Here we've got a few little bunches of kind of, they look like baby plum tomatoes. But they're so few and far between. And I think we've got maybe 4 actual big tomatoes on this entire line. And it's a significant line of tomatoes. It's really odd. And Joao was saying the same thing on their farm this year, is that his dad, Armando, has got fields of, or like rows of tomatoes, and they've got no tomatoes coming off them this year. If anyone's got any thoughts, I'd love to hear what you think it could be. My concern is that we're lacking in pollinators this year. Our neighbour last year had 6 hives, 5 or 6 hives just above our farm, and this year they put 1. And I mean, we hardly saw bees from it, so I haven't seen that many pollinators. I haven't seen that many bees around, and I know that we're having a huge problem with the Asiatic wasps. Apparently 5 Asiatic wasps can decimate a hive of 30,000 honeybees, which is terrifying. So maybe something for next year, we try and do the bees. Apparently, if you put your beehives next to chickens, the chickens can catch the Asiatic wasps because they hover. The wasp like hovers like this, like a, I don't know, drone. And the chickens can catch them. So, whereas the bees go in and out of the hive, so the chickens can't catch them as easily. So maybe next year what we'll try and do is set up the chicken coop alongside some hives next to the vegetable patch here and see if we can have any success with beekeeping. Something I would love to try and know more about. And also obviously, by doing so, contribute positively to the environment in some way. Right, that's a lot of waffling. Apologies, everybody. Thanks for sticking with me. Let's pull up a carrot. Right, let's get carrots, buddy. Oh, well done. Oh, I was looking forward to those. Good work. Come on then, bring the basket. Let's go get a carrot. Yeah. So I've got some water just to loosen them a bit because I don't want them to break in the soil. But Crusoe, come and have a look at this, buddy. So here's our carrots. Excuse the weeds. Yeah, I just haven't had time to get in here to weed them, but I know there's a good one up here. So I was looking at it last night and I saved it especially for Crusoe. You got the basket? Well done, buddy. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
What can you see down here? What's down there? Wow. Okay, wait. Let's put some water, make it soft.
No water.
Yeah, because you don't want to break it. Joao says we have to put water to make the soil soft.
Good. No more, Mama.
No more? Okay. Just wait a bit. All right, Chris, are you ready?
Yeah.
You got to put your hand around here. Let me try and loosen it for you, baby. Hang on. Yeah, that's it. Pull. Pull. Wow! Look at it. It's huge. What do you think? Yep, there's another one there. Should we see how many we can get and then we can go show Dad?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good? Okay. Let me hold the bottom.
Yeah?
Can you help me?
Oh.
Wow, he's a funny looking one, isn't he?
Yeah.
Should we wash it a bit? just had to dash off for a meeting, and I've been abandoned by Crusoe, who's gone to find something that's a lot more fun to do, apparently, than pulling up carrots. So I'm on my own. I don't really think I'm just going to look for a few more really big ones, and then the rest I'll leave to get a little bit bigger. Well, I'd say that's a huge success. I'm so stoked with having been able to get carrots out of the garden this year. I'm going to leave them for now, grab a couple of cherry tomatoes on my way out, and I think get out of the sun because it's starting to warm up a bit. On my way out though, a few last things to show you because I know you all enjoy it. Loads of chilies and peppers here, and look how beautiful they are. And these are like those little padron type peppers. Very excited to get some of those on the grill. I think some of them might be nearly ready actually, looking at the size. Look at this one. Maybe I'll pick that one and see what it's like. Give it a go today. Delish. And over here, got some beautiful bell peppers coming along. Fantastic. And at the top, lots and lots of aubergines. Really interestingly, last night when I was chatting to him, Joao said he's never eaten an aubergine before. So I said I'd try and fix that for him because we love aubergines. So I think we're going to have to treat Joao to a, I don't know, maybe a parmigiana using Luca and Sara from Leave Everything in Wander's recipe, which has become a firm fave in our house. And see what he thinks. Last of the cucumbers. I think they're definitely starting to come to the end of their kind of production, which is a shame because we have completely fallen in love with eating cucumber every single day. And nothing tastes quite as nice as a homegrown cucumber straight out of the fridge. Hi, Bud.
Hi, Mama.
How's it going?
Have you
been? You've been doing painting?
Yeah.
Was it fun?
I saw practicing.
Cool.
What is picking, Mummy?
Look, carrots, tomatoes, cucumbers, and look, a pepper.
Oh, it's not ready yet, Mama.
Oh, you don't think it's ready?
It's ready.
Is it ready? Should we cook it?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Don't bite it, don't bite it.
This one?
Let me show you which one.
This one?
You can pick, yeah, you can pick that one. Good job. Just be gentle with the plant, remember?
Yeah.
Can you manage? Twist it. Well done. Oh, you got another one. Look, another one fell on the ground.
Where?
There on the floor. That's it. Okay, pop it in the basket. Well done. Can you help me pick tomatoes? Come, let's pick tomatoes.
All right, so we've got to work out two things today. It's all going to be about putting up a top on this seat area. So first thing we need to work out is how are we going to do this curve from the seat top. The easiest way of doing it would be to put piece of wood like this, a piece of wood like that, another piece of wood like that, and then just sort of chop around the edges, right? You know, like if we were to have a sort of a join somewhere here, that's going to look pretty rubbish. I think we need to make a piece of wood that bends around the edges, and then another piece of wood at the back here, so that we can make some boxes into the bottom of the seat area. It's going to be a challenging day. I like days like that. lot of this, a lot of what I'm doing is just sort of, you know, make it up as you go along type stuff. Also, I had an idea about this end here. So I had a really good idea actually. Maybe we should build that first. Actually, I think we need to do that end bit first before we start cutting that, because it's going to change the look of the seat area. So I'll do that now. All right, that idea that I've got for the end bit, we've been cleaning out the Knot garage. It's taken ages, but we've been cleaning out the Knot garage and I've had a couple of ideas. You know how the Knot garage always delivers something interesting or something fun? Well, I found these rings. They're old barrel rings the other day. I mean, I've known they've been there for a long time, but they're just sort of lying around. And then I was thinking, we've got a barrel outside here. It's quite well filmed barrel. Very often you'll see it in time lapses with a beautiful view. That barrel there acts as a pretty good table. And we've also got another full barrel inside the Knot garage, but in order to make it into a useful table, we'd have to cut it in half, and I don't really want to do that because I think we'll probably find a place for it in the future. Look, there's the barrel. Beautiful, isn't it? It's like, I'm 6'10", nearly 7 foot, not really. But this is a tall barrel and it's beautiful, and I think we'll find a really good use for it one day without cutting it in half for a table right now. But this is what I'm talking about. These rings, they hold barrels together. So I'm going to take a couple of those that are about the same size and see where we end up with them. What I'm thinking is to make a table. Everybody needs a place to put a beer or a glass of wine or an orange squash when you're sat on a nice cozy chair. You know, you definitely don't want to be putting it on the cushions because people like Crusoe or Sawyer will come along and knock it off. So we need a table down there. There's not enough space in the middle of the seating area to put a table. There's just not enough space. I haven't built it like that. Maybe if I'd have thought a bit harder about it, I would have done, but I haven't. So, look, still really misty morning this morning. It's lovely. Late July. We're getting these chilly mornings. So here's the plan. Let me show you. Before we start putting that piece of wood in there, curved, and then what we'll do once we've put the piece of wood here, is we'll make everything else go sort of up against it, butt up against it. So it'll look really nice edge at the front. We can sand it off a little bit and make it nice and curved. Before we do that, I want to have a table here. There we go. This is going to be complex. Okay, it's going to go around the tree. Yep. And it's going to be higher, so I'm going to want to first of all just chop this here, so we can get shape. 1980s cocktail bar. I tell you what, let's just build it. If it does look dark, Tara will come and let us know. Let's get a
How many carrots do you think we're going to get? 6? It's day 2 of carrot discovery today. And before Sawyer goes to sleep, I just wanted to take the boys up to go and grab a few more carrots because I got some plans today to do things with the carrots, which so many of you sent me after I shared on Instagram that we were pulling up our first carrots. Who knew carrot tops were so useful? We're going to make some pesto out of our carrot tops. I also realized that you can store carrots a little bit like you store potatoes in like a box of sand or even in a hole in the ground. Now, no, the chickens are out. Hey, so I'm going to pull up the ones that I think need to come up and put those in storage because, to be honest, the really big ones we pulled up yesterday are not all that tasty. They're kind of a little bit woody and bland, and I feel like if we get them a little bit sooner, they might be a bit more tasty. Hey? This little one needs to go to sleep, so we'll try and make this quick. I also saw this really weird hack where you push the carrot down before you pull it up, and apparently that makes it come up easier. I'll let you know how it goes and whether or not that is in fact true. First thing you've got to test is this business of pushing the carrot down and then pulling it up. Ta-da! That's a good one. Hey, we can't wash it in any water. We'll wash it. And then pull it up. There we go. Well done. Push the carrot down as you stand there. Well done, buddy. You did that all by yourself. Push it down and then push it up. Well done. This is very difficult with a wriggling baby. As much as I love all being together, I think this would be a whole lot easier once Sawyer's gone to sleep. So once again, I'm going to park carrot picking, go and see how John's going on the deck, and then put Sawyer to sleep and come back up and carry on with my carrot mission. Wow, look at that! Hey? Oh, I see something exciting, Crusoe.
Yeah.
Daddy looks like the creative juices are flowing. Can I please give you this baby before my arm falls off?
Hello, Sawyer. Come on, what have you been doing? What have you been eating? Hey?
He's had a strawberry and a mouthful of dirt.
Great, well done, boy.
Mummy, wow, Mummy, look at that!
Isn't it amazing, bud? Oh. Oh, gosh, I feel a million times lighter. Sawyer's gone down to sleep. Crusoe's with his dad. So I'm going to head back up to the carrots quickly and finish what I started. Mum life, isn't it? You kind of start something and then you get sidetracked and babies eat a handful of soil and need to go to bed and anyway, I'm excited to see what this carrot pesto tastes like. Right, this is really a lot of carrot tops. John's taking the boys to the shops after a morning of kind of a little bit of chaos, but anyway, so I've got a bit of peace and quiet, and I think I'm going to try and get some of this into the fridge in just like freezer bags with a bit of wet tea towel or a bit of wet kitchen towel and to be used as like greens this coming week. Then I'm going to do just a quick batch of pesto and I think the rest I'd be forgiven for putting on the compost. What do we reckon? Right, so I just looked up the recipe for this carrot top pesto. So I'm going to try it with, I think, half sunflower seeds and half pine nuts. And I'm also going to do half spinach and half carrot tops. Give that a quick, get everything down. Oh, it smells good. Just a little taste test, and to be honest, it just tastes like pine nuts and greens. So I'm going to chuck in a handful of basil and some lemon juice, and I think that's going to make all the difference. Gotta be honest, it's just a bit bland. I'm going to put parmesan and more lemon in there. I think we can rescue it, but so far, the rest of those carrot tops are destined for the compost.
Okay, we've got a, I don't know, it starts to look like a serpentine or like a figure 8 or an S or something like that. We've got anyway a really interesting shape coming together here. I'm pretty pleased with that. But really the easy bit's been done now. The imagination and the shape has been formed. Now we've got to make it look really cool. And that's going to be the hard bit. You know, we've got these kind of very intricate bits that, well, it's just not going to be easy. But let's have a go. Let's see where we get to. You know, we'll have a crack. What I really want is for it to all like butt up together and look really nice. So the next piece of wood I think is going to take me a little while, but it'll be worth it. Definitely it's going to be worth it.
You got the heart that is bigger than the sun. You got the smile that is wider than the fun. Whatever you imagine will come true. Whatever you wish upon a star will do. And there is only one thing you should really love. It is your heart when it sings up above. Hey you over there, it's time to get up and make the world shine. It's time to get back to feeling so fine. You can dance or sing, or you can sing or dance. You got to find the voice that was lost. You got to find the sparkle in the frost. You got to find the passion in the must.